All right, today we're diving into something really interesting. We're talking about a massive under-the-radar opportunity for businesses that are looking for incredible remote talent. It's a story about a huge, untapped brain hub that is seriously ready to become a major player in the global digital world. So yeah, let's get right into it. For decades, everyone's been looking to giants like China and India for skilled workers and outsourcing. But the world's changing, right? So the big question now is, where's the next frontier? Where's that next deep well of talent that's going to drive innovation and growth? And the answer, well, it's probably not where you'd first look on a map of global economic powerhouses. We're heading to a place with some seriously immense, and I mean largely untapped, potential. That's right, we're talking about Zimbabwe, and more specifically, its capital, Harare. It's quietly emerging as one of Africa's smartest markets, and it's pretty much perfectly positioned for this whole remote work era, and we're about to break down exactly why. Okay, let's start with just one single powerful number, 30,000. That is how many students graduate from Zimbabwean universities every single year. This is not some small trickle of talent, okay? It's a massive renewable resource of skilled people. Now, to really put that number into perspective, that 30,000 graduate figure, it's roughly the same as what New York City produces each year. Think about that for a second. This puts the scale of Zimbabwe's educational engine into a pretty stunning light. We're talking about a talent pool on par with a major global city. And what's powering this talent engine? An incredible demographic advantage. You've got a national population of 17 million. And get this, the median age is just 18 years old. It's an exceptionally young, energetic, and growing population, with 2.4 million people packed right into the Harare metro area.
So here's the crucial point. It is not just about the numbers. This is a high-quality talent pool we're talking about. English fluency is really high. The youth aren't just educated, they're genuinely tech-curious, with strong digital literacy, especially in the cities. And this creates this really unique mix, a workforce with a Western-style education that also has this deep African cultural fluency, which is a massive asset for any company trying to understand the continent's $1.3 trillion market.
So the main way to tap into all this talent is through something called business process outsourcing, or BPO. To put it simply, it's just when a U.S. company hires a team in Zimbabwe to handle specific jobs remotely. Things like customer support, market research, or admin work. And the business case for this? It's pretty compelling. Companies can see labor cost savings of 30 to 50%. But, and this is the critical part, this isn't about exploitation. These savings happen while paying fair, competitive local wages that create real economic opportunity. It's a genuine win-win. Okay, so let's make this really tangible. Let's look at a super specific example, the opportunity for businesses right there in Massachusetts. We're going to look at the direct strategic alignment between what the Boston area is good at and what Zimbabwe's investment opportunities are. This table, it just lays out the synergy perfectly. You can see how Boston's booming tech scene can tap into Zimbabweans' teams for outsourcing. Massachusetts's world-class universities, MIT, Boston University, they can partner up on workforce training. And local clean energy innovators, they can pilot solar programs that actually support the infrastructure these remote teams need to work. The connections here are so direct and so powerful. And the pathways to make all this happen, they already exist. Institutions like the Global Accelerator MassChallenge could help incubate Zimbabwean BPO startups. MIT's D-Lab can help co-create ethical and sustainable workforce models. And the state's own Massachusetts Office of International Trade and Investment, or MOIT, can directly support these partnerships. The bridges are already there, just waiting to be crossed. But of course, no opportunity is perfect, right? It never is. To be credible, you have to be honest about the risks. And more importantly, you have to focus on the real, actionable solutions that are already popping up. Okay, the most significant risk on the ground? Electricity interruptions. It's a real thing. But this challenge is being met with a really innovative solution. The fast adoption of solar power is creating stable infrastructure for remote work hubs. So it's actually turning a risk into a brand new investment opportunity for clean tech. Now, this next one is maybe the most important consideration of all: ethics. To avoid any risk of exploitation, the solution is to make fairness the absolute core of the business model. By working with ethical hiring partners who guarantee fair pay and transparency, companies can make sure their investment is having a positive social impact. And we also have to be really clear-eyed about some of the bigger systemic risks, like currency instability and governance issues. Look, these are significant hurdles, but they aren't impossible to overcome. They just require smart financial planning and good legal advice to navigate them successfully. So, with a clear picture of the opportunity and the risks, how does a business actually, get started? Let's shift from the why to the how with a clear tactical roadmap. Here are 3 concrete things you could do right now. First, partner with some local tech founders on a small pilot project. Second, organize a discussion to build up some shared knowledge around ethical global hiring. And third, use the existing state resources, like the tools from the Mass Export Center, just to test the waters with a small-scale pilot. So what do you get in return? What can these teams deliver, like today? Well, everything from localizing your marketing campaigns for the African market to providing remote support for really complex software and AI projects. The capabilities are broad and they are deep. And here's the part that makes this so accessible. The barrier to entry is incredibly low. For just $500 to $1,000, you can make your first hire for marketing or admin support. You can literally test this entire model for less than the cost of a new laptop.
So what's the ultimate takeaway here? This quote, it really says it all. Investing in Zimbabwean talent is not a charity project. It's a strategic business decision that offers a strong return on investment. But it's one of those rare moments where smart business and positive social impact are actually the exact same thing. It's about building global equity in the digital economy, one fair-paying job at a time.